Hi, this is Alexandre Velarde. I'm a senior software developer at Tech Systems Montreal. Today, continuing with my set of videos for building an end-to-end application with the main stack and Typescript, I will configure Node ExpressJS, to be precise, to serve static content for our later client application, which is going to be Angular 2 client application. Basically, so this is part of configuring the backend that's going to serve our static content to for our frontend. Okay, our static content is basically everything that's inside the client folder. Okay, we have an index that we have to expose for our SPA application that we're going to continue on later Katas. Okay, for this Kata, it's time box for 3 minutes. We're going to configure our API to serve the static content and modify our index.html file also with any content, just to see it running. So let's start with this. I'm going to set my timer, start my timer, and follow the steps of the Kata. Okay, so open and the server API. Okay, here. So for this, to configure this, we just have to do that use. So what are we going to use? This is basically the first parameter, our virtual path. We're going to call it app. Express static. This is for our app. We have for the libraries. Let's do the same for the libraries. And we want to expose. It's not in this path. We have it under Node modules. We did the libraries. Now let's do our okay, copy this. We have a request and response for the get. So here we get. We're going to serve. This. That's it. So here we return. Well, we want the response to send file. Okay. The result. What file? The file that's on their name. We want that. And index.html. So that should be enough. Yeah. So that should be for our client, not for our server. Let me adjust the client now. For the client, I just want to add some content. Hello world, anything, not even HTML. We want our go task. So this is going to do all our tasks. So this is going to create our directory. In the client, we have an HTML saying now I can run node list distribution folder API server. Forget server. Okay, so it's running, and the last step of the Kata says navigate to this, and there we go. Our content. Okay, and just in time, in less than 3 minutes, I exposed and properly configured. I exposed and configured the HTML content for my application. Okay, so basically, this is saying this server, it's through the port 3000. I can access index. Okay, and guess what? I can do leaves Angular, let's say this guy, and I do have it here. How is this working? So Let me just show you quickly. This one, this is it, this is the guy. Okay, so here we're saying the client folder is going to map to this virtual directory, and these node modules is going to map to this virtual directory. Let's say these virtual paths are configured, so anytime I do a request to those paths, I'm going to get all the content of it. I'm saying they're going to be static. Okay, so when I go to libs angular all this path, I'm going to node modules, and I'm going to Angular 2 and finding whatever reference. In this case, I opened Angular bundles in the whole path. You should be able to find it. So that's how you expose your static content through Express. So we're done with this kata. Thanks for watching.